Hey y'all, welcome back to Seriously Stump'd. Stick around today if you guys want to see me turn this rocky and ankle rolly walkway up to the shop that's been an ultimate DIY failure into hopefully something aesthetically pleasing and more boardwalky. But if that doesn't clip your clippings, you can stay stumped. We'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, Stump fam, let's get into it. But before I give you exactly where we're going with today's video, let me tell you how we got to where we're at. Essentially, I built a fire pit area out of this flagstone down by the house, and I had some leftover materials, and I wanted to tie in that look from the fire pit in this walkway all the way up here to the shop. And I had good expectations, and I had high hopes and all that good stuff, but my mathematical calculations didn't quite add up, and I didn't have as much material as I thought I did, so I ended up having to make this walkway a little more narrow than I initially intended, and now it's not as aesthetically pleasing as we would all like. And also, I didn't put down any paver sand to really lock in these blocks, and as I end up walking, well, these rocks, and as I end up walking, we end up rolling ankles and everything else. So my goal with today's video is to widen this entire walkway from the pool area up to the shop and turn it into like a true boardwalk feel, and kind of just tie in that rough cut lumber that we have going on to the house instead of tying it in with this flagstone that didn't really work out well. Also, ideally this will have me no longer have to weed eat as much, which is the bane of my existence, so stick around. So as you can tell by the fact that I've already had to change shirts, it's far too hot here in the Carolinas. And having said that, I've been really debating on just building right over top of this, you know, a little bit of energy conservation, but I felt like that would just be too much of a waste of all this flagstone, so we're gonna pull it all up. I'll take that. Remember, Stump fam, it's hot enough here in the Carolinas you can fry an egg on the pavement. So remember to stay hydrated. But in all reality, we got the demo done, and now it's time to round up some 2x4s. We'll probably have to mill some of those cants down into 2x4s. That way we don't have to hit up the big box store. And since they don't put championship rings on smooth hands, I gotta go earn it. I can't sit here and talk to you guys, so let's go. All right, so one of the best parts about where I put this sawmill is that it's in the shade, and I get to stay cool in here as we mill these logs down. So I got the sawmill set, dropped down to where I can rip this, and there's 3.5 inches left, and then I can just do it in 1.5 inch sections, and that way I can knock this out into 2x4s. Hopefully I get 3 out of this, and then we got that other cant too. So let's fire this thing up. Gotta turn our water on. Water's on. Release that emergency stop switch. Flip it over to run, flip it over to on. Safety check. So as you can tell, that was an epic fail. This cant started twisting as we were cutting it, and it's because I took my log stops out, and then I probably could have raised up my log dogs a little better, but that was a waste. So now maybe we'll get 2, hopefully. All right, so now we got it lined up, and I got rid of that curve, so we good to go. All right, let's try this again on this second cant. So I'm sitting outside of the big box store because I finished milling those cants down into 2x4s, but I'm a couple short. So I ran up here to do a return, get some more materials, and just take the time to cool off because man, it's hot outside. But I'm also gonna grab some lunch, and when I get back, I'll show you guys what I've been envisioning. So stick around. Like I said, I fully intended to keep you guys along for this ride, but it's so hot out here, my camera died and missed all the video. So let me catch you guys up. Essentially, I got back from the big box store and I either used the 2x4s that I bought there or the 2x4s that I had milled, and I cut me some boards at 37 inches. Boom, 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 all the way up. All the middle boards right there are 37 inches. That way, my outer boards that jam up on the ends give me a total width of 40 inches. And when I do my boardwalk planks at 48 inches, I'll have 4 inches of overhang on left and right all the way up. And it'll give me plenty of room to make my curve cuts as we go. But this is what I've done so far. We still have some leveling to do, and I have to put in a center rib to give us some more stability, because even though I'm gonna make those boardwalk planks at 1 inch in thickness, it's not gonna hold up to span over 37 inches there. But here's everything you guys have missed so far. I used that DeWalt framing gun to get everything all buttoned up together. And now I gotta do some leveling with some 4x4 posts and put in those center ribs like I said. And we'll be on the way. Then I'll have to mill everything out because I haven't milled all of my oak planks yet, but this is where we've gotten so far. So like I said, what I was doing is taking these 4x4 posts that I cut down to about 3.5 to 4.5 inches, and I'm laying the level on top of the boards from left to right, and then I'm raising and lowering the left side to make everything level all the way up. And I've got this whole bottom section done, but I'm pretty beat from being in this heat, so I think I'm gonna make my way over to the sawmill because it's covered with shade, and I'll finish leveling everything up tomorrow. So I know I'm supposed to be building the boardwalk and everything out there, but since it was cool and this blacktop roof is hot, I figured I'd go ahead and tackle this early in the day, because you know how these DIY enthusiasts do. We always try to take on too many projects at once. But when you live out here in the woods like this, these trees like to dump all of their leaves into my gutters. So we're throwing on some gutter guards. We got them laid out. We're getting them in, tucked in right. Yes, sir. All right, so we just finished, and man, does it look good. It'll definitely keep leaves out of these gutters come the fall time. Maybe I won't have to be out here as much. But a couple tips and tricks. There's a lip here, and you just want to keep that lip flush against your outer gutter rim. And to do so, you put your middle screw in first, and then you put your outer 2 screws in at angles to pull the metal taut to get rid of that waviness. And then you tuck the excess gutter guard underneath your asphalt shingles, unless, of course, you have a metal roof like what we have over here. And to do that, you just put a bend in it. That way it stays flush and lifts it up near the edge of the metal, since you can't do any tucking. But all in all, it looks freaking great. I can't wait to see how these things work, but I'm pretty excited about them. All right, so I'll start off by saying I know this isn't the most conventional build, but that's the beauty of DIY projects at your own property. You can do them at your pace and at your vision, and that's exactly what this is. Worst case, my son has something to practice his BMX skills on, but overall, pretty much all you guys have missed yesterday, between me having to do leaf protection, some driveway maintenance, and running back and forth to the big box store, since you never get everything on your first run, is that I went ahead and installed the rib all the way through the boardwalk. I got everything leveled from left to right, and then I put down that weed protection that I talked about. And then I put in all of these scabs to hold the boards in place while I backfilled. That way nothing was too wavy for me, because some of the boards that I milled were only like 1.25 inches in width instead of the standard traditional lumber. And that's just because I was still figuring out my mill. But now that we got everything pretty much how we want it and ready to lay the boardwalk planks across, I'm gonna go ahead and seal this with pretty much everything that I have left over in the shop. So all of my old stains and sealants that are about to just go bad, I mixed up with some diesel fuel and some burnt motor oil and put them all in a spray container. And I'm gonna go ahead and seal all the boards that weren't bought at the big box store, since none of that stuff is treated. And then we'll be good to go mill some oak planks to throw on top. All right, you guys get it. I'm gonna keep spraying this whole thing to get it all sealed with all this old stuff that I got that's got all those chunks in it that keep clogging up the end of this pump sprayer. It definitely needs to count its hours because it's surely out of days at this point. But I'm gonna finish getting all this and then I'll show you guys some milling of these oak logs. Let's go. All right, so 100% transparency. This whole project's taking way longer than it should, but we got it all sealed. Let's get over here and mill some logs. All right, y'all, don't mind my longtime best friend over here. He's a pilot in the Army, and he was doing a little bit of runway flagging over here as we were trying to drop this giant
that's a big one.
giant log here that we're gonna try to mill down into some of those planks, so stick around. So I figured if I help my buddy here, Dillon, the owner operator of 40 Ounce Fight Club, woo! If I help him learn to mill some logs, it'll be showing you guys as well. So currently what we're gonna do is try to stand this thing up to where this side is up, and we'll cut that off first. Yeah.
That's what I was saying, you want me over there as a safety? Or to scoot it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna come over there and push.
Yeah. Ooh.
Alright. Holy schmoly.
Getting close. Get out of the way, Grim Reaper Hook. Before you are what your name is and we're all dead out here. All right.
I'm trying not to make this side roll.
Slide as far as you can over, okay. All right, maybe go over there and raise that log stop up.
Up, yeah, push you all the way up.
Yeah. Because all we're doing is we're gonna try to plane this end off right here.
I'm gonna hold this.
This is definitely the largest test for this sawmill.
Yeah, it is.
We've been doing a little
Kubota.
Yeah, Kubota about flipped.
Got a three-wheeler.
BX23S. But we've been working with those 8-foot pine logs, and those things only had a cant of about 6 by 6, and this thing is a monster. Yeah, we'll try to rip this down through here.
All right.
The log stop here, just slide it in, and then as you pull this down, it kind of gives it a clamp, and you just want to keep it from rocking, so obviously that is not going to help. Maybe we can get it up here a little tighter.
Watch your fingers on the old pickle pincher.
Oh yeah. Need to put on the old gloves.
Right.
I think that'll do all right. So before I show him exactly how to start this thing up, or fire it up as we like to say here, look how high we had to raise it to be able to cut the end off here. Pretty intense. This is definitely the first big test for the Mechmaxx. And yes, we got the mosquito repellent 9000 fired up. And let's get into exactly how to fire up this Mechmaxx. All right, so here are the ins and outs you need to know. I currently have our on-off switch that the guys on the camera can't see, but I have it off. So we'll just have you flip that on.
All right.
I was running it earlier, so.
This one?
Yeah.
Too easy.
So now it's on. And then obviously we raise and lower the whole saw assembly with this pulley. So you either go up or down, and we currently have it set. I typically turn the emergency stop off, so you'll need to twist that to reset it.
Right or left?
To you. Did it pop out?
It made a noise.
Yep. Okay.
Ah, all right.
Now that popped out. And then if we were to actually be trying to plane this log down, we could lock in our head assembly locks, just like
and
that.
Just pull it down.
Yep, and then it locks it in place. And then we get our blade guide assemblies out of the way by pulling that out, but I've already got that adjusted. So at this point, you should be good to just turn our water on here.
Ooh.
And then we'll see it start dripping from our blade guide assembly.
It's getting there. Get all that air out.
Is gravity working or not? Are we still on Earth? There it is.
Checks out.
All right, so checks that, and now we can just take our key and turn it on. And then our throttle cable's right here, and you just want to be mindful that you're not going to hit anything before you mill.
Yeah.
And I think you need to go up a little more.
Go more?
Yeah.
Do we need to loosen these or leave them?
Yeah, we need to loosen those. Good catch.
All right, say when, boss.
That's good.
You like it? Lock them back in?
Yeah. Herring protection. All right, so now you need to raise it up a few turns.
Yeah, I picked it up a couple.
Yep. All right, so I had you turn it off to go ahead and highlight one other thing here. So once we start milling some logs, we'll be using this. Oh, it's way up there right now.
It's
but
way up.
We'll lower this. Basically, we'll put it at our 0 point. So we'll try to make 0 at a number we like. Well, I can't lower it anymore right now.
All right, she's all the way down.
Yeah, anyways, once we lower it, we'll put it at a 0, and then we'll just measure in incremental increments as we go down. But for now, all we're trying to do is make a cant, so we're gonna probably take another 6 or 7 inches off of that and keep going.
Ready? All right.
Let's get this heavy thing out the way.
Yeah.
Lord. Ah.
That's a big dog.
Yeah.
Whoa. You got it?
I didn't eat my Wheaties this morning. Ugh.
I ain't Superman.
All right, so obviously these are our log dog stops. You can just lift it up to release that tension, and then we'll see if we can be able to get it out of the way. I put a lot of tension on this thing.
That thing will be in there.
We might have to give it a little tap, tap, taparoo down there. Maybe with one of our other log stops.
All right.
I got one here.
Oh yeah. There we go.
A little mechanical agitation for you. Now we got to get this side face down.
Oh boy. Which way you want to go? This way?
To you. If we can keep it on these,
Yep.
is it?
I'm gonna push, and I'm gonna push.
Wiggle, wiggle.
And we gonna roll some.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
There she goes.
All right. Ready?
Yep. To me. Pull it off a little bit so we can lower these log stops a little.
Whoa. Falling apart over here.
All right. Push it in.
Ready?
Yep. And then you should be able to grab that log dog stop. Or not stop, but the clamp, and push it all the way in and then clamp it down. Feel like it's got some good tension there? Good resistance?
It looks good.
Okay.
Feels good.
We need to turn our water down a little bit. We're getting too much lubrication.
All right. Another cut coming up.
I forgot that I wanted to tell you about the old speed square here. So obviously we probably need a little bigger one, but you want to get this to where it's pretty square if you can.
All right.
And that's probably all right. So we'll try to lock it into place there. How much rock do we got? Uh-oh.
We got some rock.
Got some rock.
Here, I'm gonna get her a little tighter again.
Ain't it funny how your log seems to be a little bigger than mine? The ones that I've been doing?
This is a big one. The ones I've been watching.
All All right, drop it down.
Say when.
That's good.
You're the expert.
Actually, I see a little dead spot here that we might want to get rid of. Yeah, so come on down. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep, that should be it.
If you like it, I like it.
Send it.
Here's up. Fire in the hole. Down, 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 down. Oh.
Okay. Ah. Yeah.
Love it.
We're barely gonna, so they
this?
say there are two types of people that run sawmills. Type that have hit their log stops and type that will hit their log stops. And we're not trying to be those on your first cant. So I'm gonna lower these a little bit. There we go.
I dare say I'm getting the hang of this. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, it definitely does. So what do we call this thing we just made?
I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. I was having too much fun cutting logs.
All right, so this is our your first cant on this thing.
I can.
Yeah, you can. So go ahead and put your mark of 40-ounce Fight Club on the sawmill now that you made your first cant.
Got a little sticker gift.
Yeah.
Gotta get these gloves off. Man, I tell you what, it's hot out here. You're joking about drinking water.
Yeah. We got to get some hydration here soon.
I'm gonna go get in the pool. Now's the tough part.
Keeping it square.
Yeah, square and center. How you like that? Cool?
Oh yeah. Send it.
Oh yeah, that'll buff.
40. Woo! Let's go. All right, now we got to just cut this down into 5.5-inch sections for our boardwalk planks.
Yep.
5.5-inch sections for our boardwalk planks. But yeah, let's keep going.
Make it work.
Gotta trust your eye on that because you're the one that's setting that.
Yeah,
line.
this one. All right.
I got your log stops out of the way. You should be good.
Looking like we're good, even with the holder.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
It'll miss everything.
Okay, here we go. Oh, big dogs.
These things are still heavy.
Had that on them big jobs.
Yeah, I've done the big job.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
It does. It's definitely going a lot faster than me solo dolo out here.
Got your boy out here sweating. Thought it was hot in El Paso.
It's that thick, humid heat.
Yeah. Taste it. Get my gills back out.
All right, so something I haven't pointed out to you is that obviously this thing has a belt and blade in here, and you want to make sure you have the appropriate tension. And I've kind of got the feel of this now.
All right.
But it needs to be between 25 and 30 foot-pounds. And I can go put the torque wrench on it, but I got it set to like 27.5, and that's pretty much what we're going for. Bless
I
you.
trust you. Man, excuse me, that thing shooting dust all over me over there.
Might need to
playing
get-
in the South Carolina sawdust snow, and it was blowing on me over here.
Might need to go get you a gator on, but
Right.
raise this thing up and we'll reset our zero.
All right. Seems simple enough last time.
Yeah. A little down. All right, zero is there.
All right. Pick another easy number, like
10.
10. Let me get set up here in my love handles though.
Poking him good.
Hey, it's an accurate measurement.
All right, so back it up and drop her down to 15.25. And that's just because he set his zero at 10 on our little scale assembly over here, and then we're going down 5.25 to keep this at the same width for the boardwalk planks.
There's 15 and a quarter.
And like I pointed out earlier, the key is whoever's looking at that needs to be the one that's setting it. You don't want someone else to look at it straight on from their perspective and say it's at 10, and then I come look at it and I'm 6 inches shorter. And then it shows up as like 9 3/4 or something. You get off.
Consistency is key.
Consistency is always key. And you're good. You're not going to hit anything.
Cool.
Send it.
Here's on.
All right, so we ended up with 18 of these 5 1/4 inch planks by 4 feet out of that cant. So what'd you think?
Whew. I mean, it was so easy, even I could do it.
Let's just turn that water off, because remember we got that drip, drip,
Oh,
drip.
the drip, drip.
Told you we got to get that upgrade, because
Yep.
we got puddles over here.
Even I forgot.
Hey, since it's hotter here in the Carolinas than El Paso after a desert storm, let's go ahead and stay hydrated.
Cheers. Water.
Yeah, cheers.
Whew. It's spicy out here.
All right, so what we're gonna do is mill a whole bunch more boards, because this is all we got so far. And then we're gonna go ahead and pop a chalk line along our 2x4. That way we have a straight path for our screws. And we got some overhang here that we'll rip off later with the skill saw, but that's what you're gonna see us do. And then we got this board here to keep our spacing uniform all the way up. So we'll just be putting it down, screw, screw, move, 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 all the way up.
That's the plan.
Ants.
Oh, there we go.
Oop. How you look on your end?
I'm dead center.
Let's pop it.
Yep.
Okay. Maybe we'll have enough to do another line. Maybe we have to reel it back up.
We'll see. Centered.
Yeah, I think that'll do.
I ain't gonna do down here.
Oh, okay. Let's try again.
Got to reel this fish in. Hiya, 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 hiya.
I got a big one on.
Oh yeah. Woo.
Loaded now.
Yeah. All right.
Pop. Much better.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get after it. All right, as you guys can tell, we have been busy. We popped the chalk line, that way we could have 1 5/8 of overhang on either side and give it that straight line look all the way up. And currently what you see me doing is spraying a mixture of 1 part diesel fuel to 1 part used motor oil to really seal in these oak planks and give it that awesome finish that you're seeing right here. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. Hopefully you're no longer stumped. Hopefully you remember to stay safe and stay hydrated, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.